Viniciu is now a boxer? Real Madrid's last match against Valencia at Mestalla once again left an image that we cannot ignore. Vinícius Júnior, the Brazilian star, was the protagonist in an episode that reignited the debate. Why does he always seem to be at the center of controversy, and with a red card as a result? Real Madrid was winning comfortably, but the match became heated when, after a dispute with Hugo Duro, Vinícius was sent off for an action that many considered unnecessary. A push, an angry protest, and again, the red card. And so, as on other occasions, Vinícius's name became a topic of conversation around the world. But what is really happening with Vinícius Júnior? Why do his reactions seem so intense, and his arguments with rivals so frequent? Vinícius has been the subject of constant provocations and attacks by rival defenders. Since arriving at Real Madrid, his skill and style of play have generated envy, and at times, frustration. Many see him as an unbalanced player, and it is not uncommon for rivals to try to slow down his speed and dribble with fouls, some of them hard. Vinícius is often not one to stay silent. His passionate attitude and competitive nature lead him to respond, sometimes impulsively. This is what makes him an easy target for referees, who may interpret his reactions as provocative. Vinícius is a player who plays to the limit, with a lot of intensity. While his ability is indisputable, sometimes that same intensity translates into visceral reactions to provocations. He doesn't let himself be intimidated, and that makes him an unpredictable player. But in the context of a tense match, those reactions can work against you. This behavior, although understandable in the context of fierce competition, generates consequences. On many occasions, his temperament leads him to lose control, and that has cost the team more than one game with his expulsion. Furthermore, criticism against him is swift, with some media and fans pointing out that his attitudes break the rhythm of the game. It is true that the Brazilian, when he remains focused and within his style of play, is one of the most destabilizing figures in Europe. But he needs to learn to channel that energy to avoid provocations, avoid unnecessary sanctions, and most importantly, help Real Madrid achieve its goals without always being involved in controversies. This is Vinícius Júnior's dilemma, a player of enormous talent who, in his desire to fight until the last second, must find a balance between his passion and the discipline that high-level football demands. Vinícius Júnior has a bright future ahead of him, but if he wants to be a key player for Real Madrid and the Brazilian national team, he will have to learn to manage his emotions on the field. He has plenty of talent, he just needs to find a way to use it intelligently, because in the end, in football, it is not only about winning games, but about winning in the way you play.